What is up, my planting people? My name is Lithius and welcome to Roots Ready. Thank you so much for tuning into my very first video, and I thought that there would be no better way to kick this off than with a classic unboxing. Now, most of you would already know what this unboxing is about because of the description, but for those who don't, this is my very new and first ever Stephania Erecta, and I'm so excited about this. I got this plant from House of Kojo. This is my second purchase from them, and I must say I've been very impressed with the plants that I've received from them in the past. So no complaints from me. Super happy customer. I'll link the address to their shop in the description below. So this box actually arrived yesterday, and at the time of filming it's Saturday today. It arrived on Friday, and it was a little bit too late, it was a little bit too dark, so I thought, you know what, given the type of plant this is, there's no urgency in opening it right away, so I decided just to wait, chill out, and then do a proper unboxing for you guys. As I said, this is my first video. I've done the whole setup. This is my first setup, so let me know what you think of it. I'm trying to make it look, you know, I'm going on my beauty vlogger style. So let me know what you think. But without any further ado, I'm gonna get straight into it. Woohoo! Seems to be quite well packaged at the moment, as it's always been every time I've ordered from these guys. It's been fantastic. Customer service has also been fantastic. They've been in touch through email thanking me for my second purchase. I was like, oh wow, it felt so special. Anyway, here we go. Look at that. Lovely. What is this, a sticker? Oh no, it's a little thank you card from House of Kojo. Fantastic. Leave that to the side. Ooh, got some packing, are they called packing peanuts? I think they are, I'm not sure. Anyway, these polystyrene things. Ooh, there it is at the bottom in what looks to be something like a what you get a burger in. But here it is. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. So exciting. Is there anything else in the box? Nope. So I'm just going to chuck this to the side. Here we go. Little slice. Oh, it's opening. There we go. There we go. Don't want to injure myself in the process. That wouldn't be fun. Okay. Get it open. Very well packaged. Already, it seems huge. I was looking at getting it, getting the plants from other services, but it looked like the sizes would have been a lot smaller. So decided to get here because they seem to be very generous. Oh my god! And here it is, my little potato. That is literally what it looks like. Have a look at that. I don't know what to make of it. It looks like a potato. It looks like a squashed up yam, if you know what that is. Oh, fantastic. Nah, I like it. I like it. Aesthetically, I think this looks amazing. It's gonna look really cool against the plant pot. And when it starts growing, I'm sure it's gonna look gorgeous. But listen, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And I think it's beautiful. So a little bit about this plant. Because we need to make sure that we give this plant a fighting chance and the best start and the best possibility of budding. So this plant is actually native to Southeast Asia and Australia, and it typically grows alongside limestone cliffs. It's a vining plant, which is, I think it looks so gorgeous. It's got the most beautiful, if I can find an image of this plant, I'll post it here. but it's got these most beautiful round leaves with this wonderful venation on it, and it's just fantastic. Oh, the root just fell off, but I think that was dried anyway. This tells you that this plant loves bright, sunny areas. Some people would expose this to direct sunlight. I won't be doing this just because it's my first one. I would hate for it to burn. I'll be putting it in a sunny area with bright, maybe shaded light, indirect light. Just, you know, I don't want to risk anything with this, but it does like that. It loves a well-draining soil, so make sure that, you know, you have lots of perlite, lots of pumice, lots of, you know, anything that just make sure that the water just goes through, because this doesn't want wet, soggy roots. As you can see, it's, you know, it's quite thick. It's like a potato, and you don't want this to rot on you because you won't be very happy. Cool. So to actually get this kick started, there was a bit of advice on the website as well, on House of Kojo on how to do this. This plant, you can get it to start rooting and sending out growth if you put it in a high humidity area. So what a lot of people recommend is that you stick it in a baggie or in a greenhouse for a couple of weeks. Typically people see growth in around 3 to 4 weeks. So I'm hoping to do that. I've got a mini greenhouse, so I'm going to stick it in there. I've got some grow lights that I'm going to use and just make sure that it gets, you know, really good light and humidity so it can start growing. And then once it starts growing, my understanding is that you can actually take it out and put it in somewhere that's, you know, less humidity, which is what I'm planning to do, because my greenhouse is really small. So I can't really, you know, it's a greenhouse that is, you know, it's designed to fit on a windowsill. Gorgeous, beautiful, aesthetically pleasing, practical depending on what you want to do, but to do big grows I wouldn't recommend it. But very happy with this. I think it looks amazing. It looks really pretty. I think when it starts to grow, it's just going to look amazing. So I'm really happy with this. So thank you so much, House of Kojo. Right, so let's get into the repotting. So as I said, this plant loves well-draining soils. So it's exactly what I've got here. So I've pre-mixed some soil here. It's actually from another repotting that I recently did, and it was just too much. So waste not, want not is what they say. So I've kept it in a baggie. Added a little bit more perlite. What I like to do with my soil is once it's mixed, I like to stick it in the microwave actually for a few minutes, for about 3 minutes, just to pasteurize it, just to kill any of the nastiness that may be in there. I had a really bad experience of having some soils that I actually bought it from the store, brought it home, planted my pot, had to get rid of the soil just because it was just riddled with bugs and all sorts. And anyway, so in this soil mix, you'll see I've got loads and loads of perlite, a little bit of soil. I think the ratio here is probably around 50-50 is what I was going for. So I think that would be fantastic. I've got my pot here. I'm using terracotta for this repotting just because, as I said, this plant does not like wet feet. So I'm going to put it in here so that if there is any overwatering, the terracotta will wick out any of that water. It will evaporate and yeah, prevent limit my chances of root rot. So really looking forward to that. So what I like to do, just because of the nature of this soil, it's quite gritty. I don't want any of the substrate falling through the drainage hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a bit of tissue, using my trusty Swiss Army knife, some tiny little scissors on it. I'll just use that to cut, a little piece of. Who am I kidding? Just rip it up. There we go. A little bit of tissue on the bottom. I like to use tissue just because it's, it will degrade over time very quickly, won't harm your plants. That's fantastic. So just gonna chuck it in here. This mix over here is a little bit more water retaining just because it has some sphagnum moss in there. So I'm going to try to separate out the sphagnum from the soil. There's also wood bark in this one as well. Again, very well draining soil mixture over here. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put this one at the bottom just because it's a bit more dense, and use my more airy mix near the top because that's where the roots are going to be coming out of first hand. Now, I understand that with this plant, you only want to sort of submerge it in the soil about 20% of the way. You don't want to completely bury this because it will rot and it will die. You just want to kind of just put it just a fraction of the way, enough so that the roots at the bottom here can establish themselves. And you don't want to mess up this codex at the top here. Telling the top from the bottom is actually very, very important to know the difference, because you will be doing yourself a lot of harm if you don't. And the way that you know is the top usually has this, you know, little shoot at the top here. And this is where the stem actually comes from, just above here and at the top here. And the roots usually have, you know, some fibrous material on the bottom over here, so you can use that to know which is top from bottom. Now, what some people do to make it, you know, a bit more aesthetically pleasing is they will actually submerge the plant and then put rocks, pumice or whatever around the top of it. And I think that this looks really, really cool. I've seen some people, they've been able to completely root you know, their plant in nothing but, you know, real gritty mix, in nothing but you know, pumice and so on. I won't be doing that just because I haven't got access to that sort of stuff, but if I did, I would love to try that out. But nevertheless, good to go, I think. I think we're ready. So here it is. Here's my soil mix. Just want to make a small indentation in the soil. Submerge it, make sure you've got some soil around here. Yeah, I'm really excited about this plant. I think it's just so unique. And you know, at first I did see this plant a little while ago, and I thought, oh, this is cool, but I never really looked into it. I kind of got onto the bandwagon. You know, at the moment there's a lot of hype around rare plants, and I've got a few and I've been focusing on that recently. I just thought, you know what, let's get back to my roots. And just have a look at some, you know, more common plants, a little bit cheaper, and establish myself there. You know, it's not always, you know, rare plants have their place in my heart and they always will, but sometimes, you know, something a bit more common is just so beautiful. And just look at that, guys. Just look at that. Watering, you want to water this plant sparingly. You don't want to overwater this plant. You don't want to water the codex itself. You want to water just around the edges of the plant as well, and just make sure that that water is flowing all the way through, and just leave it. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put this plant in my greenhouse. I'm going to monitor it for a few weeks and see how it goes. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button and consider subscribing if you want to be kept up to date on the progress of this plant and so many others. I'm going to be trying to release a video once a week on different plant topics and giving you tips and tricks and my experience of those plants. So if you're interested in that type of video content, please subscribe and share with your friends. I'll also be linking my Instagram channel along here somewhere, where you can be kept up to date on all of these plants and so much more. Thank you so much, and keep planting.